All right, welcome to Mad Lab Boxing. We got a big weekend of fights coming up. I'm Anthony Bashili with Mike, the Mad Lab Ayarado, drinking his new peach-flavored drink. Isn't it good?
It is good.
It's a new thing at Whole Foods. New scam.
I thought it was
$6 a drink. No.
No, it's not.
No.
Really?
No, but I tasted it. I bought a case on Amazon. It's really good. I'm trying to slow down on the Diet Cokes because I love those fucking things.
Bro, you know what I had the other night?
What?
I bought a fucking sleeve of them. Diet Dr. Pepper Vanilla.
How was that? I never had the
really
vanilla.
Fucking good, dude.
Dr. Pepper, you can't go
The
wrong.
best, dude.
You burp like 16 times while you're drinking it. It's awesome.
Best.
All right, we got a big weekend of boxing coming up. Big weekend all
Finally.
together. We got UFC card over in Nashville. Big boxing. Finally, some good boxing fights. We can start at the top, right? We have the trilogy of some of the best girl fights ever to be witnessed.
The best card.
Probably the best. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, the third fight, with Serrano losing the first two. But I mean, man, you could have said both of those fights were for Serrano. One being a real robbery.
I think definitely it should be 1-1.
Yeah, it should be at least 1-1. This is the third fight. That's why they're doing the third fight. Usually, if it's 2-0,
It's done.
it's usually done.
But Jake Paul's behind it too. Yeah.
And Jake Paul's behind it with the money. So, do you think Serrano finally gets her hand raised for this fight, Mike?
I don't know, man, because they know each other so well now.
I thought Serrano won her last fight too, man.
No, I'm saying it should be 1-1. To me, it should be either 1-1 or it could be 2-0 Serrano. But it's two. But those fights you don't know. But bro, I've been doing like a lot of thinking about this, bro. They know each other so well now, bro.
Yeah.
Like they spent so much time in the ring together now.
Sure.
They know each other so well. Katie Serrano, I mean Katie Taylor is she's bigger. She's the bigger, more brutal fighter. Like she'll go in there, she'll make a scrap. Serrano's one who has come up in divisions and she's done well, but I just look at this fight and I'm like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing a trilogy fight when it's 2-0? There's only one reason behind it. That Jake Paul is the money guy behind it. He is the motivating factor. He loves Amanda Serrano.
Yeah.
And he's looking to get her rightful win. So I don't see a way that, honestly, I think it's going to be a great fight, but I don't see a way the judges give it to Katie Taylor.
Either way, it's entertaining as hell. I mean,
great fight.
If you guys haven't seen the first two fights,
they were fights of the year.
Highly encouraging. I mean, I was never big on I watched Clarissa Shields and watched some of the girl boxing fights in the past, but I was never.
They
never
match
big on,
up like Barrera Morales type fight.
Yeah, it's almost like watching an old school Mexican slugger fight. So if you're a pure boxing fan, highly advise you to watch this fight because these first two were wars. They were awesome fights.
Great fights.
Yeah, great.
The whole card is good. You got Bumgarner. You got so many good fighters. All great. I mean, the lines are juiced on the undercard, but
of course
you still have them on the fucking card, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you see that Rogan had Lampley on the other day?
No.
I watched the first half of it. It was awesome. He's talking about old school HBO boxing, Larry Merchant and Mayweather days, and now Turkey bringing them back in.
Does he agree with Turkey?
Yeah, and he misses boxing. He don't know why they got ousted. He thinks it was a lot of stuff from the HBO politics and higher up.
Well, Showtime was getting involved at that time.
But it's a great. I watched half of it so far. I'm gonna watch the other half. But
wow!
How do you not love listening to Jim Lampley?
Did you see who Turkey's bringing back now?
Who?
He's bringing back Max Kellerman.
Yeah, Max Kellerman. That's what he was talking about. Him, Max Kellerman, Roy Jones, the whole old school broadcast.
Roy Jones,
yeah, I know. He bumbles a little bit, I don't
like Roy Jones. I don't like Bradley. I think it should be Lampley,
Kellerman,
Malignaggi. Dude.
I like Malignaggi.
I think he's great. Dude.
I think
he's a great analyst. Dude.
A better analyst than a boxer.
Well, what happened with him?
Pillow hands.
No, did you see what he's doing now?
He's doing bare knuckle.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That's a little crazy.
But hold on a second. But what happened with him? Didn't he get fired or something from Showtime?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think he got fired. I don't know if it was him being biased or he's
someone who I thought
maybe it was the whole Conor McGregor thing. Actually, now that I think about it,
maybe I just. For someone who I never thought would have been a good commentator, he actually is really good. He sounds good, knows what he's talking about.
Intelligent. He knows boxing. I love Malignaggi as a commentator because he's like Teddy Atlas.
His only claim to fame is that he went 12 rounds with Cotto.
Bro, that was
and he took a beating.
Did you see the documentary on that?
No, on that one, no.
They had a face-to-face.
Yeah,
it was. They had I forgot who narrated it, but then it was Cotto and him, and they talked about that fight. And Cotto said, he goes, I never seen somebody walk forward like that. He had a broken orbital, bro. His jaw was busted.
Yeah, no, he showed But I'm just saying, like, his claim to fame,
That was his claim to fame.
is a loss to
Yeah,
Miguel Cotto.
yeah.
I mean, he was never a good fighter. He was, look, to be a pro.
he was good.
To be a pro boxer, you got to be good, but man, he had no power.
Zero.
We used to call him pillow hands.
Yeah, pillow hands. Zero power. But he was good. Remember when he lost that robbery decision in Texas and he got on the microphone? He's like, "This is what I hate about boxing."
No, I don't remember that.
Bro, you gotta
Who was it
watch
against?
that. I forgot who it was. He fought some guy from Texas. It was in Texas. And he's like, "This is what I hate about boxing." He's like, "They never give me my rightful due." He's like, "Listen, don't get me." They were booed him. He's like, "Don't get me wrong, Texas is a great fight town." He's like, "But I knew coming in here I was going to lose the fight. I couldn't win this fight." And he won the fight.
He won the fight.
Yeah, bro. Max Kellerman did the interview.
Fucking Malinashi.
Yeah.
All right, big fight coming up. Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, 2 undefeated guys. Turkey, big Turkey talking a lot of shit on X with Shakur going back and forth.
Should, though.
And then Turkey talking about how they're going to have a ring that shrinks as the fight goes on, which I thought was an amazing idea, but you can't do that.
Yeah, but you know what?
You can't. I mean, how awesome! Because
They should do that.
all you guys that are boxing fans know that Shakur, especially his last like 5 or 6 fights, just refuses to put his pedal on the gas. He fights very cautiously. He's not finishing anybody. For someone as talented as him, he's getting a lot of flack about not being a finisher and being a boring fighter, a la Floyd Mayweather, and just not being exciting. So you got to think that it's going to push his buttons enough to start taking some chances and possibly open himself up. But I mean, I think he's levels above Zepeda. But Zepeda's good.
Zepeda's good. Zepeda's gonna hunt, bro.
He's gonna hunt.
He's a hunter. But bro, you know what I was thinking about? You ever see the movie Running Man
Of course.
with Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, of course.
So like after we talked about that, how cool would it be, look, if they did something like this? Like they had the ring after the 6th round. You wait 6 rounds to see if these guys are engaged. After the 6th round, they make like a thing. Let the ring, right? And every round after that, it shrinks 1 inch on every side.
It's such a great idea, but at the same time, like you
can't.
both
You can't.
you can't just do it. The fighter's got to agree to it. It's got to be in the
Yeah.
con. You can't just.
But
do
imagine
it.
that after the 6th round, if it's like the judges decide if it's active, or someone upstairs decides if it's active enough, and then every round it
Dude,
shrinks 1 inch on every
That's kind of
side.
what he was alluding. He posted on X 2 weeks ago.
That would
and
be cool, dude.
I looked at it, I go, no fuck. He's like, Shakur, we got a surprise for you. The ring's gonna shrink
Yeah.
as the fight goes on. I'm like, could you imagine? And they just get by the 10th round, they're in a
They're
phone
like in a
booth.
phone
They're like in a phone booth.
Imagine.
How awesome would that be?
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, well, going back, hold on real quick. I know you said
Yeah.
you predict Serrano to win the 3rd fight, right?
Yeah.
And by decision. These girls can't finish each other.
No, they can't finish. Well, but they've hurt each other. And it depends.
But they're both tough.
But they're tough. No, I think it's going to be I wouldn't be surprised if it's another controversial decision. Like if maybe Katie Taylor actually wins this one and they give it to Serrano.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to also go
Yeah.
with Serrano by decision. Now, back to the Shakur fight. I can't bet against the guy. Although, I used to love him growing up, watching him.
Who?
Shakur.
Yeah.
And then, watching him on social media, the way he talks shit, and the way he fights cautiously, and he's making me dislike him. So I'm kind of starting to root against him, but I can't pick Zepeda in this fight.
You got to wonder though.
I'm going to say Shakur wins the fight again, decision again, no finish,
See, well, here's the thing, though.
which sucks.
See, he told Turkey to kind of screw himself. He's like, dude, I'm going to fight the way I want to fight.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So you got to wonder, though, is he going to fight that way, or is he going to try to shut him up and knock him out? Or is Turkey, you got to wonder, this guy's got so much money and so much
smart
pull.
play is-
Could he, have his hand in some of the pockets and
smart-
say, look, guys, if he doesn't
No.
active, don't give him the round.
This is the kind of kid that's not going to put his O on the line to try to prove something to the fans. He's not, dude. He's
Yeah,
gonna,
but
he's going to fight his style.
But then he's not going to get a big fight after this.
He's still going to get paid.
Zepeda's a test for him, dude.
Big test. That's why he's going to be cautious. Zepeda hits hard. That's why he's going to be cautious, man. It's going to be the same Shakur show that we keep seeing. That's what I think.
You think it's me? You think it's me, Shakur, by decision?
Again,
Let me see what.
no knockdowns, crowd booing. That's what I see.
Let me see what the decision prop is, actually, if they have it in here.
The decision prop?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's got to be on DraftKings.
Yeah,
you know, until they fucking make it illegal in California for us to even log on.
Fucking people.
They're talking about taking away DFS now.
Did you hear? Yeah, but no, not taking away DFS. But did you hear what they're doing with the taxes now with gambling?
No.
They're making it almost impossible for like big money gamblers to play in DraftKings.
Hey, it's so stupid.
So they're saying that now the big thing is going to be offshore. A lot of these big money guys are going to.
Yeah, you're going to start taking bets off the street again and going offshore. You legalize it to make more money, and then you're making it harder and harder to win. Who wants to do that?
So he's a minus 1,200.
That's crazy.
He's a minus 200 by decision or technical good decision.
Wow.
Plus 220 by KO.
He ain't knocking him out, bro.
He's not knocking him out.
I'm saying Shakur by decision.
Yeah, me too. Shakur by decision. Over 10.5 rounds is minus 320.
Minus 320 over. Oh, wow, minus 320.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of wood to lay on all that stuff.
Well, a lot of them, bro. Even like Bumgarner, David Morales, minus 600. Katie Taylor is plus 140. Serrano's minus 175. That's a good, bro. Bumgarner,
Think about that. Serrano's
minus
minus 175 after 2 losses to her.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you where there might be some value if you're looking for a real hunted dog. I love Savannah Marshall. I think she's fucking awesome, but she should not be a minus 650 in this fight.
That's crazy.
Dude, she should not. Green is tough, dude.
Yeah.
You know, so if you guys are looking for some kind of value, like if you just
Well, if you're looking for wagers, Mike, tell them our boxing record on wagers for the year.
I don't have it in front of me. I could get it right now. They'll talk.
It's like 67%.
No, you know, percentage wise, yeah, we're almost at 70%, dude. It's crazy.
On boxing wagers this year, Mike's completely. If you guys don't know, we're from the MadLabMMA.com. We cover UFC and boxing, DFS and wagers. There's no DFS in boxing, so boxing's always wagers. But Mike has been slaying the boxing
Actually,
wagers.
I think we might be over 70%.
This whole year, we've been just crushing boxing. So come check us out. You do 1 week for $19.99 for a week. Come grab the wagers. Join the Discord. Come chop it up with the guys.
Also, you can get the month with the promo code.
Yeah, MadLab20 is a promo code, and you'll get $20 off the whole month, down to $29.99. You'll get 4 cards, for the whole month. Wagers, DFS, Discord. All the guys in Discord are hanging out together. They gamble on everything you could imagine: golf, tennis. If you like to go gamble, mess around, come join the fun.
Let me see.
But yeah, we've been crushing the boxing.
Yeah, we're hitting at a 64% hit rate. That's ludicrous, dude.
Yeah, that's
in
really
gambling. If you guys don't know,
if
like
you're over 53 is amazing. 55.
If you're hitting at a 64%, that's like unheard of. And we're 22-13 in boxing this year. It's a 64% hit rate. So
come check it out. Hey, so a little boxing news and note. Jake Paul did the right thing, helping out Ben Askren, huh?
Bro, I'm starting to like.
So
him
he
as a
donated
person,
$500K for the double lung transplant.
So what happened was this is the odd thing. After his fight with who did he fight? Chavez. Did you see Chavez got deported?
Yeah, got deported. Yeah, cartel stuff.
Yeah. So after
what a
his
loser.
After his fight with all of a sudden the lung transplant happened the next day.
I was wondering how that happened so fast.
And he said something in his post fight. He said something in his post fight. Then it turned out he donated $500,000. Bro, listen, you might not like him as a fighter. I don't think he's a good fighter. I don't think he's a good boxer. I don't like what he's doing inside the boxing ring and with the business. But at the end of the day, look what he's doing for female boxing this weekend. This is his doing.
Yeah, I agree.
And look how he's helping fighters. Like, he's helping these guys make money. Like, bro, who knows what would happen with Askren, bro? Askren was in critical condition, dude.
You know, someone made a good point on social media, and I thought it was like,
he's a good kid.
No, but besides that, someone made a good point. I forgot who it was. It was an analyst or a boxer about Jake Paul. Like, look, they're like, when somebody turns pro, anybody, not Jake Paul, no name guy, they give them all these low-level boxers to build their record.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Right? To get to 15-0, they usually walk through a bunch of losers and journeymen, right? Yep. He's like, so what's the difference than what Jake Paul's doing?
I heard it too. Who said that?
So he just happens to be fighting people with big names who aren't really good boxers, but almost no different than a young guy coming in and they're just giving him a bunch of bumps just to build his record up. So
yeah, but he's also making 20-40 million doing it.
Well, because he's a smart marketer. He's winning the game.
Yeah, he's winning the game.
You got to respect that.
You can't hate him.
You got to respect the business game.
You can't hate him, but the good thing about him is that he's giving back.
But do you think that he should have got a ranking?
No.
They put him as a 15th cruiserweight or whatever they did.
Bro.
He shouldn't get a ranking.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. He's talking about fighting Badu Jack. Bro, if he fights Badu Jack, he's losing that fight unless Badu Jack gets paid. There's no.
Wow, Badu Jack. Huh?
He's old, dude.
Yeah, he's old, but that's actually a real test for him.
But he's
a real
tough,
boxer.
Dude. Yeah, bro. He reminds me of like an Iran Barkley a little bit.
Yeah, Iran Barkley. It's a good comparison.
Yeah, bro. Like he's tough. He's gonna come in there and he's gonna throw down. And if he fights Badu Jack like soon, like I'm not talking like 2 years from now, but if he fights Badu Jack like soon, like this year or maybe early next year, and he beats him decisively, then I'll step in and say, you know what, this is bullshit, dude.
All right, one more thing before we wrap it up, which I didn't know this. Watching the Lampley Joe Rogan, I was watching before bed last night. Do you know that Canelo has never been knocked down before?
Yeah, I knew that.
He has one on his record, but it wasn't a knockdown. It was a punch to the chest, and he fell back on
Who was
the
it
ropes.
against?
It wasn't Bivol. I forgot who it was against. But he got punched in the chest, went back into the ropes, and the ref called it a standing knockdown because he was a little wobbly. That's the only time he was ever credited, even with a knockdown, ever.
But
bro.
how many big punches has he really faced, dude?
Or he's 65-0 or whatever he is.
Yeah, no, he probably the guy's
You
insanely
don't tell me
durable.
that. Don't tell me that 60 guys he fought, no one had punching
No,
power.
he's historically insanely.
He's
durable.
never been knocked down.
I know, dude. I know. Listen. You're talking to me like I think he's bad. I just don't think he's as great as people say he is. That's all.
This Crawford thing, though, man. I'm so back and forth in my head.
Well, this is going to prove one thing right or wrong. Okay, but he can box. I'm not going to say he can't box. He can box. But if you really look at this, this is like the boxer versus the puncher.
Sure is.
Like Canelo can box, dude. We know he can box, but he's going to be the heavier puncher. He's going to be the bigger guy. He's going to be the bully. And Crawford's going to have to box his way out of like a lot of situations, dude. I'm telling you, I think Crawford can buzz him, dude.
I don't know, man.
You don't think he could buzz him?
He's coming up a lot, bro. I mean, you think he's going to carry that power up? I don't know.
But I'll tell you one thing, dude. I am concerned about Crawford's chin. I've seen him buzz, dude. You know, I've seen him buzz.
I don't know who I'm picking for that fight, dude.
I know. September. We got till September.
Dude, it's on Netflix. They better be ready, Netflix, not have no fucking buffering going on because that's going to have 100 million people tuned in.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Remember what happened with the Tyson Jake Paul? They better have that shit fixed for this. No one's going to stand for that.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. This is gonna be such a weird fight, bro. Something's not smelling right though, because 1 minute they're friends, the next minute they're talking shit, the next minute they're friends, 1 minute then they're talking shit about each other.
I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It'll be good. So we got a big weekend coming up. A lot of fights. We got Friday and Saturday night. So
yeah, Friday's the Serrano fights on Netflix as well.
Is it really?
Yeah, on Friday night, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, tune in. And if you guys are UFC fans, that's also what we do here. We started out, actually. Well, we always started out as boxing fans, but the site started out as UFC wagers and DFS. So if you guys are UFC fans, we got Nashville, we got boxing, big weekend of combat sports. Come check us out. MadLab20 is the promo code. Get $20 off your first month and come hang out.
Off topic real quick. You see Ronnie Coleman's in the hospital?
What was he in the hospital for?
He's got sepsis.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
They either from one of his operations infected his blood.
Jeez.
That's what I think it is. Or they said it can be from an injection too. But how much shit is he really shooting anymore?
I don't know, man. Once you start that shit, a lot of these guys don't stop.
Yeah, bro. I can't believe it. He's in critical condition.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
6-time Mr. Olympia. All right, guys. See you next week.